It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Tyler Scott now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. The coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Best run games in this league have balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Escapes the pocket. Able to get it to Moore. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Williams throwing on 4th. Buys time, rolling right. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
First down, here's Swift. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Williams set to pass. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he gets this forward to the 19. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Inside handoff to Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? More importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. The Bears decide to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 4th and 3, drive on the line. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's on the move. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. He got first down from the 31. Off the play fake, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Williams from the gun. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have it 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Chased down to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. We tried a shot downfield. It doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, we've got 2 more downs to try to find the first.
Running behind center with Swift. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. To throw, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. On the ground with Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Bears with 2nd and 6. From the 31. On a quick slant, he's got Allen. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Working inside the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. So it opens up the entirety of the play. But for second down, 3rd and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone block, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should be able to hold on for whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen guys, it's going to be contested. We know this.
And in for the Chicago touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'd be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this offense away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executed.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He's throwing deep to the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense that's flying around and making the play.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. D.S. Griggs to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up.
First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down mark.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
It is caught at the 20. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami.
Love.
The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Nothing much. Waiting for my supervisor to come over here so he can put the new software